Greetings, Voyagers. Well, making some modifications to the van so I can get organized, get all my stuff up off the floor and have it neat. This is a 1x4 piece of select pine. It's 1x4 by 8 feet. Runs all the way down there. And what I'm doing is I'm securing it to the metal, and then I'm going to attach hooks to it so I can hang stuff on it. Now, my method is essentially this. I pre-drill a hole. These are my, oh, come on, focus. These are 1.5 inch, number 10 by 1.5 inch self-drilling screws. They might also be known as self-tapping screws. They're for drilling right into metal. These are not the same as sheet metal screws. Don't get confused. They are not sheet metal screws. They are self-drilling, self-tapping. If you look at the tip, it has essentially a drill bit on the front, and that will drill right into some sheet metal. And I've made the hole in the wood big enough so that these slide right through. I don't need to drill through the wood for this. These are going to hold it up. So I've already put 2 of them in, one there, one down there. This is going to be my last one that I put in, and that's going to hold this plank. It's going to hold this plank to the metal. And then I have a whole bunch of screws, a whole bunch of hooks that I'm going to go down and attach the hooks all the way down here. And then later, when I get to doing the final build out, when I need to build shelving and all that, I can use that to attach wood to, wood frames. Like the plywood, I can just use angle brackets and attach them right to that. So that will keep them secure. That'll keep them from tipping over. So that's one project I'm going to do today. I'm also going to do the same over here. This is where my bed is. I'm going to put a piece down there, probably only about 4 feet long down there, and more screws. And I'll use a combination of the hooks and some paracord, and I think I'll get some laundry bags, the net kind, and I'll cut them and fasten them so that they can hang as like little hammocks. So I can just drop stuff into them, little net bags. So that'll help me get a lot of stuff up off the floor, out from under the bunks, and it'll help. I'll check back in with you later. And by the way, even though these are called self-drilling screws, and they will drill into metal, I want that focus, come on. And they will drill into metal, it's always best to drill a pilot hole. I'm using just a real thin diameter metal twist bit here, so I can drill a little pilot hole. It helps these things go in a lot easier. Alright, so there you have it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 hooks along this wall here. I'll be hanging stuff off of them, and I'll probably take some paracord and tie it from hook to hook, so I'll have like a kind of a clothesline too, and I can hang things in between those just anywhere I want. So that's not bad. It took about a little less than an hour to put all that up. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I also screwed the table to the floor with these angle brackets. Got one there and I got one there. Because now that I can drive the van, things are getting tossed around back here. And I also drilled a hole. That one was in the wrong spot. And I now have these bungee cords to keep my drawers from flying off when I go around corners. And get this one the same way. I just haven't, I've just been using these drawers so I don't have them hooked up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a piece of paracord. I'm going to put a screw eye here, and I'm going to run a piece of paracord all the way around here. All the way around into the back to hold these together so they don't come sliding, so the whole unit doesn't come sliding forward. Here we got snacks in here, potato chips, mango chips, dirty laundry, trash. So it's starting to work out. It's starting to get kind of organized. Next thing I have to do is I have to take my bed down. I put this one up too, right next to my bed, but my bed is still a little too high, and I ran out of hooks. I need a few more hooks. But when I try to hang stuff off of here, like my snacks and stuff, so I can, just lie in bed and reach my snacks, it hangs down too much. It gets in my way. My bed is too high. I have to take 6 inches off the height, and that'll take care of that problem. So that's it for van modifications for now. Thanks for watching. Oh, I forgot to tell you the big news. Oh, and this is bad news too. My roof is leaking. We had heavy rain. It rained all day yesterday. And it rained in the morning, and it's been raining a lot, actually. We've had a lot of rain since I installed that roof vent, and it hasn't leaked until yesterday afternoon. We had drenching downpours and very strong winds, and it was coming sideways. And some of it was just splashing over the collar out here. It's not that this was leaking, it's just the force of the wind was just blowing it right through. I have to leave my vent open at all times just so I can vent any carbon monoxide and water vapor and stuff. But it's leaking. I got a leak right here, and I think what happened is the exact same thing that happened in my old van. Just a few months after I installed the roof vent, we got a huge storm with heavy winds, real strong winds. And I think what it does is, if you're facing the wrong direction, if you're facing back to the wind instead of into the wind gets underneath the lip of the dome cover up there, and it pushes up against it. And when it pushes up against it, it pulls that whole that whole framework up, and it breaks the seal with the silicone up there. Don't forget, this is not a metal ceiling. This is fiberglass, so it tends to bounce up and down more than a steel roof would. So I think the wind just got to it, lifted it up, and broke the seal where the silicone was, and now I got a leak. I'm gonna have to buy a ladder. I can't borrow one anymore. I don't have anywhere to borrow one. I'm gonna have to buy a ladder. I'm gonna buy one of those telescoping ladders. I'm gonna have to get up there with a tube of silicone and slather it all over the place. Make sure I cover it real good. That's what I did the last time, and it worked. So, yeah, history repeats itself about the same time of year too. So that's a wrap for today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time.